Hi, my name is Joao Moutinho. I play for the University of Akron, and I'm from Lisbon, Portugal.
Hi, my name is Francis Atuahene. I played University of Michigan in Ann Arbor. I live originally from Ghana, but I live in New York City with my host family.
Fellas, welcome and thank you for taking time with Futbolr TV. I want to start off with congratulating yourself for being here, which is a very special occasion, the MLS Combine. Let's start a little bit and go back to your early beginnings, right? First thing I want to ask you, when did you fall in love with football?
Me, ever since I was like 2 or 3 years old, I would just like kick the ball around the house with my dad, and yeah, that pretty much ever since I remember.
Was it pressure, or you just naturally got into it?
Yeah, it was just natural. Even if I saw something around the house, I would just kick it for fun, and yeah.
What did your mother say about all that?
Yeah, she didn't like it. She didn't like it because the house would get like all messed up, but yeah.
And what about you?
Similar story. I started playing when I was very little. I grew up with my grandmother in Ghana, so for me, soccer was kind of an escape way, Instead of going to class when I was little, I would rather be on the field and play all day, and that was what always brought joy to me. So I started playing when I was very, very little, and I enjoy playing as I was as little as I am now. So I'm always, anytime I step on the field, excited, happy, I just want to enjoy the game.
I was like maybe 9 or 10 years old the first day I went to training with Sporting's Academy. And it was my first time with a real team, and so I practiced and I loved it so much. That ever since, that's just what I want to do.
Does your family support Sporting? Were they Sporting fans?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They've always been Sporting
So it's an easy transition.
Yeah.
No problems. What about yourself?
For me, I'd probably say when I was like 8, about to 10, 9, because in Ghana, soccer is so, everyone loves playing soccer, and especially if you're good, everyone is calling your name, shouting your name, and always everyone wants to talk to you. So I really fell in love when I was 9 years old, when I started hearing people calling my name, cheering my name. I was like, oh, apparently I'm really good. So because of that, I wanted to play more because people were coming to watch the game. People love watching me play, so I was so excited and always wanted to impress all the people that comes. And for me, just from there, just took off.
See, my background is Jamaican. So this my family, uncle, father, grandfather, everybody plays soccer. And we named our clothing line Futbolr because footballer meant something, right? Yes. We on the street, they said, oh, he's a footballer.
Yes.
It's a status.
Yes.
They don't have to know your name, whatever. You walk on a line, oh, he's a footballer. Let him go through.
Player.
He's a footballer. Who was the guy you looked up to?
When I was young, I don't know. I'd say Lee Edson. He was a striker for Sporting, so he scored a lot of goals for my team. So that's the guy that I always looked up to.
Did you ever get a chance to meet him?
No, I actually didn't, but he was still one of my idols when I was little and growing up and just watching Sporting on TV.
What about yourself?
Well, when I was little, I used to love watching the Ghanaian national team plays a lot, and every time there's a Ghana is playing, I'll even run miles to go find a TV to watch them play. And one of the players that I always fall in love with was Michael Essien, who was one of the greatest Ghanaian midfielder of all time, and because of that, it transferred for me to Chelsea. Always wanted to watch him play at Chelsea too. But yeah, he's for me is my idol. I've never met him before. Hopefully one day I'll get that opportunity too. But he really influenced me when I was little, just looking up to him play.
So you always been a Chelsea fan because of him?
I'm not originally a Chelsea fan. I used to be a Chelsea fan because of him, but then once I grew up and became more mature and realized my style of play, and I started emulating Sadio Mane. And
see, I didn't want to box hold him, right? But when I watched you play this week, I said, that's Mane. But I didn't want to box hold you, I can say who he plays like, but eventually you're gonna have somebody say they play like you.
Yeah.
And always have influence. Who was your mentor as a child growing up, and that kind of influenced the game on you, as a coach-wise or family member?
I'd probably say my first coach that really discovered me and wanted me to play soccer. His name is Coach Atta. he, I think, was my mentor because when he first discovered me, there was literally no cleat. I didn't play with cleats, like literally nothing. But he always would find a way to get me cleat before games and try and get me some soccer gears before a game. So at the early on, having someone like that to set me straight and push me, it kind of made a huge difference later on in life. So yeah, he's the first person that discovered me and then gave me the field to play. And then a few years later, I got a scholarship to the Right to Dream Academy, which is a non-profit academy in Ghana that basically picks kids up from like rural villages in Ghana and then give them the opportunity to train in there.
How did you know about that academy when they approached you?
I mean, everyone in Ghana wants to play for an academy or go to Europe and like, pursue their soccer abilities and just continue playing. And so as a kid, when you're playing, like you're constantly like it's been back of your head. It's like, how great would it be to play for Right to Dream, or how great would it be to play for Feyenoord Academy? Because those were like the two best academies in Ghana. So finally, when they came to my village and they were having the trial, I was so excited because I was like, this is my time. This is an opportunity. I went there in the morning at 6 a.m. and there were like about 300 kids that showed up for the trial. And it's funny because at the end of the day, they only picked 5. And I was one of those kids. So it's.
Do you remember that day though, like yesterday?
How can I forget about it? I don't think I'll ever forget that day. It's funny because when they came and were doing the trial, so I sat down at early in the morning at 6 a.m. I never got on the field at all until the last trial, which was like around 6:30 p.m. But all this time I was 10, 11. I mean, I was used to like not really having enough food, but I was scared to even go to the bathroom because I was like, if I leave and they call my name, like I'm screwed. So I sat down to the end, and then the last game of the day, they called my name, and I went to the field. 3 minutes later, they took me out, and then at the end of the day, they called my name. I was like so surprised, and I was so happy.
Who's the first person you told?
Well, I told my grandmother, and my grandmother was very excited because finally she doesn't have to take care of me anymore, right? She was going to take care of all the necessary stuff. And for me, I thought I was like set. Like I was like, this is the dream comes true. Not knowing Right to Dream has gone to all villages and picked the best 5, and they brought everyone together. So when I get there, I thought I was all set, not knowing there's a final trial. But then I ended up getting picked again. So yeah, but
so playing for Sporting, right? One of the biggest clubs in Portugal. All the teams hated you guys, huh?
Yeah, I can say that. Yeah, I mean, every time we played against any team, they would all like play like a rough style of play. Like they don't want to play, just want to kick the ball out of bounds, just lose time, just to see if they can get a point or something like that. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the process to become a professional player in Portugal, and why you decide to come to the U.S. to play college soccer, and how did that transition happen?
So yeah, I was playing in Portugal. I mean, the soccer there is very evolved. Like as I said, every kid plays soccer there up until like they're 10, 11, or 12. Then they start realizing that okay, maybe this is not for me, and they start getting released by the clubs and stuff like that. So, I mean, the journey for me, I always enjoyed it a lot because I mean, Sporting is a great club, and they taught me a lot, and a lot of the basics that I bring with me, I learned from them. Yeah, so I'd say that, yeah, they made me the player I am today, and I'm very thankful for that. And also the transition to college soccer, I mean, college might be like not as evolved as Europe, but it's still the play is still very intense. And
so you were impressed a little bit by the game?
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
how did you end up at Akron?
I was fortunate enough that our head coach, Jared, he went there to Portugal and he saw me play. Okay. And he
came and scouted you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and
did you ever think about you would play college soccer in the States? Is that ever like a thought process before meeting him?
No, not really. Up until like last year when I was playing there, and I'm just starting realizing of the opportunity that is coming to America and playing in college. Yeah.
How long did it take you to make the decision from the time he met you to the time you said, okay, I want to do it?
Maybe like 2 or 3 days. I mean, I was just like, this is what I wanted to do, is coming to America and play college soccer. So, I mean, yeah, he was the first guy to approach me and to make me an offer. And so, yeah, it was easy for me coming here.
What about you? What was the first time, obviously, going to the academy you went to? There's an option to go to school, there's an option to go pro right away, correct? What was your whole thought process, and did you ever think about college soccer at that time?
See, the thing Right to Dream does is they develop you as a player and also give you a really good education. There are some kids that are not really strong in the academics, so they put Right to Dream makes them go through try and push them towards the soccer level where they can go to Europe and train with a lot of teams and play. But for me, I was fortunate enough to be decent at both levels, so I had the options to choose whether I want to stay at the academy and then train and then keep going to Europe, and then when I'm 18, sign professional there, or come to US at the age of 15 for high school. And at a young age, it was obviously like a big decision to think about, and because each decision is huge. But at the end of the day, I thought, if I'm coming to the US, there's also a possibility that I can still become a professional player, so why not get education whilst playing as well? So I decided to take that route, and Right to Dream gave me the opportunity to come to Hotchkiss, a prep boarding school in Lakeville, Connecticut. And
how crazy is that? That is a totally different world. Hotchkiss Prep School is a very rich, prestigious prep school in Connecticut. How was it adapting off the field? And did you
Francis Atuahene, University of Michigan.
Perfect. He did it better that time anyway.